Hi guys, I'm James, welcome back to Dublin Private Tour, and today I'm just going to tell you about my favourite kind of funny story about the 1916 Easter Rising. So I'm just going to flip this around and show you that you're standing outside at the moment, which is the headquarters of the revolution, which started on Monday 24th of April 1916. And I'm going to tell you a quirky story about two guys who took part in the revolution that really had no involvement in the revolution prior to it actually starting, and they're two Nordic rebels. So the revolution's main objective is trying to win freedom for Irish freedom from the United Kingdom, which were under British rule, part of the UK in 1916. And they take over this GPO, General Post Office, the headquarters. And on the same day, that's Monday 24th of April, a man from Sweden and a man from Finland arrived at the entrance, and they were over on a ship, part of a crew, and they wanted to take part in the revolution. Now our man from Finland did not speak English, so our Swedish friend had to explain himself at the door when he was asked, why do you guys want to take part in this revolution? Well, he said, Sweden has been eaten by Russia, as has Finland, my friend from Finland here, eaten by Russia. Britain is like Russia. We want to fight for the small country. And having explained themselves, the leaders here and the rebels let them in, and they were happy to have them involved in the revolution. Now our Finnish friend, quite interesting, not only did he not have any English, but he didn't have any experience with rifles and shotguns, and he accidentally let off a shotgun when he was inside, and actually nearly injured a few of the other rebels. So they took the shotgun off him. This is the second and third day during the fighting, and he was given more menial tasks like filling fruit cans with metals and explosives. So he didn't really get to much when he was here, didn't get really involved in the fighting itself. But the fighting lasts for 6 days. The revolutionary lasts for 6 days, finishing on the Saturday 29th of April 1916, and everybody gets captured, bar those who died, who were killed in the fighting, but everybody else gets captured, including our Swedish friend and our Finnish rebel. But our Swedish guy spoke English, and he explained himself to the British authorities, and they got onto the Swedish consulate, and he was pretty much immediately freed. Our Finnish friend had a slightly more difficult experience. Obviously his English was pretty much non-existent, and he couldn't explain himself. And he was imprisoned for a few weeks as a result. And even the other Irish rebels tried to explain the situation to the British authorities, and they refused to believe what the Irish rebels were telling him, that this guy really wasn't part of the revolution. He was just wanting a bit of excitement, and he took part. They wouldn't believe that, and he spent, I think, a few weeks in Kilmainham jail, and then he was sent to England with the other rebels. And the main reason why the British authorities would not let him go was they felt his lack of English was really him acting as a spy. They felt that, okay, this guy won't tell us anything, he's pretending he's no English, but that's not the case. He's obviously another Irish rebel, and he knows more than he's letting on. And it took him a few weeks before he was actually let go by the British authorities. But these two rebels, our Swedish and Finnish guy, both did take part in the Easter Rising, and they were both stationed in the GPO, which is the most bizarre thing you could ever imagine, which is the epicenter, I suppose, of where the revolution, the headquarters, in 1916. And that would be definitely one of my favourite stories about the Easter Rising in 1916. I'm going to just flip back very briefly to myself, finish this. To learn more about these kind of things, we discuss these things on Dublin, our hidden history private tour that we do of Dublin, the random stories about Dublin. That's on dublinprivatetour.com. Whatever social media platform you find this video on, please like, subscribe, follow, and maybe we'll see you on one of our tours soon.